and welcome here to round 8 out of 26 for the Craftsman Cup Series, and we are racing under the lights yet again, this time at Chicagoland Speedway. Qualifying was held yesterday, but before we actually talk about the first 2 rows of the grid, here's the points coming into Chicagoland. Wes McCall takes the championship lead back again. Cody Lammers is now improved into 2nd place, and Dylan Poteet slips down to 3rd. Tie for 4th between Martin and Smith. The winner from last week's race there was a Brand Disco. He's just outside the top 10 in 11th place, but it's still Bishop, Norman Ospina, Mitchell, and his teammate Seth Cole. And in the rookie points, pretty close at the top. Charlie Buxton's a point ahead of Jack, followed by Brent Wintergreen, Colin Jones, Liam Ervig, who led the first 2 rounds of the rookie points, falling down to 5th. Carson Green and Alexander Rowe. Speaking of Alexander Rowe, you could just barely see him behind on the pace car. He's going to start on the outside front row. It's his best, but equals his best qualifying, but it's an all rookie front row, because on the pole you can see the orange car. That is Liam Ervig. And on the 2nd row we will have Jamie Smith and Daniel Voiles. Best qualifying effort then for the 38 team. So let's get the cars out onto the track. And there goes the pace car, and all 42 cars will head out onto the track. Here's the rest of how they'll look for tonight's race. Then, so they're coming out of 4. Pace car turns the sharp left into the pit lane, and Liam Ervig is going to get this 42 car field underway, because it's showtime. It's Chicagoland. The green flag is out for another 67 laps. Well, what a start that is then from Liam Ervig. Look at the gap he's already pulled out from the rest of the field as they go 2 wide and 3 wide in some cases. And there's the winner from a week ago. Brand Disco still not worked as well through the back of the pack, but he has still got plenty of time to go up there. Nathan Hudson, what a start from him, started 5th. He's up to 2nd place as we're looking at Jamie Smith on the 4 car on the outside, and Alex Rowe on the inside, and you've got 4 wide behind. And oh, where's Daniel Voiles going? Where's Daniel Voiles going? He's going on the grass here. Oh, just gets into Michael Norman and just doesn't cause an accident. There's Jesse Turner behind at Daniel in the 38, and now, wow, that was, what was Voiles there thinking? I think one of the drivers brushed off the wall, and I think Voiles kind of reacted to that there. It might have been the 40 of RJ Bishop that did scrape the wall. Was it the 48? I'm not too sure. Anyway, Nathan Hudson is caught up dramatically on the 20 machine. We're going to have about ourselves a battle for the lead as Alex Rowe dives to the inside of Nick Gunther. And there's Ospina in the 97. Looks like Michael Norman had that little heart in mouth moment, but his car is still... Oh, and we've got a wreck at the back! And is that going to bring out a caution? Now, is that going to bring out caution number 1? And it's the 2 Richard Childress teammates, Matt McLean and Brent Wintergreen. And yes, the caution is out for the first time in 4 races. So Ervik leads across the stripe. And it's already a pretty bad day for the Richard Childress teammates, Matt McLean and Brent Wintergreen. Wintergreen, third in the rookie points. Not what he needed. Here's a replay. They actually went 5 wide. Look at that. They went 5 abreast, coming off of 2. Sam Oskin just gets into Carson Green, who then gets into Brent Wintergreen. And then around goes Matt McLean. Matt McLean was just an innocent bystander. Brandon Ross did very well to avoid it. So too did the 7 of Tedesco. But yeah, just pretty much like a 3-car incident. Well, technically 4, but yeah, I feel bad there for Matt McLean. He was just innocent in all of that accident. It's just from Tedesco's view, and you can see him go 5 wide. And on board was Sam Oskin. Very early then to be making pit stops. We're going to be on lap 6 out of 67. A few drivers then deciding to stay out. Looks like Danny Wells is going to stay out. Kyle Matthews and Trent Dunham. Looks like everyone else is heading into the pit lane. Yep, indeed they all are. So there we go. So yes, the 20 is into the pits. Let's just see if we can put it on spectator mode just to see who's going to come out then ahead. Probably going to be some fresh tyres maybe for all these drivers. Yep, looks like there's going to be some right side tyres changed. I still don't know my lefts and rights. That's so bad. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 4 tyres for the majority of these drivers. Okay, 4 tyres. Looks like for everybody. And Ervik's going to come out first. Then Hudson. And then Gunther. And then Chris Summers. And then Alex Rowe. All head out. So basically the first round of pit stops has been done. The lights on the pace car are off. We're going to be on lap 9 out of 67. And ironically enough, car 9 is in the lead. Danny Wells, followed by Kyle Matthews in second. And Trent Dunham in third place. These were the drivers that stayed out during this first caution. Liam Ervik came into the pits leading. He comes out in 4th, but he was the first guy out of the pits. Then in 5th place is Nathan Hudson. Nick Gunther in 6th. Chris Summers in 7th. 8th for Alex Rowe. 9th for Jamie Smith. And in 10th place is Diego Ospina. Championship leader then. Wes McCall is... there he is there. He's going to restart in position number 30 as we go back to the green flag, and Ervik already goes to the outside. Now you can actually do that, but the only problem is though is he's going to sacrifice the inside there to Nathan Hudson, who will gladly take that position away. Yeah, NASCAR rules there is that you can attempt to pass on the outside, but not on the inside. Now then, as the fielder make their way into 3 and 4. Hudson looks like he's made yet another good restart there. So he restarted 5th, he's back into 3rd position. But Wells leads the lap, followed by Kyle Matthews. And then it's Hudson in 3rd. Chris Summers following the 6th. Oh, there's a bit of a space back here. What's going on here? Someone having a bit of a trouble there. Is that the 8 that's having a bit of a problem? Could possibly be the 8 machine there. Might have some technical issues with that car. It looks like we're all good. Look at this. 4 wide here. Alex Rowe in the bottom. Gunther and Ospino in the middle and Dunham on the outside. And Dunham looks like he is still tumbling down the order here. That's the problem of staying out there. But look at the run he's getting on the outside. He just drives the 97. Wow, that one car's flying. I just thought he was going to be losing positions here, but no, absolute great. Now we've got a couple of teammates working together back here. You can see them, the 40 of RG Bishop and the 42 of Jack Mitchell. RG is sitting, I believe he's sitting in the top 10, as well as Jack. He's sitting in 9th. And there you can see the pink, number 41, SF Cole. He's also in the top 10. He's just passing, trying to make an attempt to pass on Jessica Shelton in that black and silver 17 Trex car. There she is. She just goes by. And then on the outside is Charles Sanford in the Tide 32 machine. And now Nathan Hudson is now up into second place. He passes Kyle Matthews. Matthews is going to lose more spots to Summers and Ervig. And Alex Rowe in the 37 there also trying to overtake the 45, who runs very wide in one. You can just see there's multiple lines. These drivers, oh, Dunham! Dunham just nearly got turned by Diego Ospina. No harm there. Oh, wow, and Ospina and Jamie Smith right up against the wall. And we go 4 wide yet again. Now, we saw that previously when Daniel Voiles just decided to go on the grass and try to make a new line. But they made it fine through there that time. Oh, someone is scraping up against the wall. And Nathan Hudson is into the lead. I think that might have been Shelton that might have scraped the wall. So Jessica Shelton hitting the wall off of 2. It looks like the car looks like it is okay here to me. Trent Dunham then still falling down the order is Joshua Collard. The winner from this a season ago. He's driving his way up through the field. Joshua started in 31st position. Currently, he's in 18th place, so he's worked his way through the field quite nicely. He's just got James Qualls just ahead of him, side by side with Carson Gum. So it looks like we are all safe and sound here so far, as we're just trying to get into it there. Hudson still leads. Chris Summers in second, passing Danny Wells for that position. And Ervig sitting in 4th position. Alex Rowe in 5th. Ospina 6th. Gunther in 7th. Jimmy Smith starting to fall back a little bit. And there is the 5 of Michael Norman. Ooh, Sanford getting very close to the 45. He's okay there. And then you can see the championship leader, Wes McCall, stuck in a free. He's stuck in the middle there with Fitzwater on the inside and Colin Jones on the outside. And there's Ali Rain in the 77. And followed behind him there is the guy that's second points, the green number 18 of Cody Lammers. Dylan Young then driving the Kodak there. Look how much he drives really up onto Jesse Turner. Really drove that corner deep. And we're 4 wide again. Dunham, McCall, Fitzwater and Colin Jones now on the inside. Trying to see if we can get a view of him. There you go. Now you've got Ali Rain. Ali Rain up, right up against the wall. Oh, and she just kisses the wall. And now Lammers and Levi McIntyre. They've gone on into the grass. Now, can they avoid the crash? No, they don't. And Christian Martin is involved. Championship contenders then involved. Second and 4th place. And again, Matt McLean involved in yet another accident. Not of his own making. And the caution, I believe, is out for the second time, which indeed it is. And Nathan Hudson's going to cross the line to take the caution flag at number 2. More cars scraping up against the wall. I think that was Michael Norman. He's going to lose a few spots now. So, yep, caution has come out now for the second time tonight. There's the smoke billowing. Here's a replay. So this is from the blimp. Yeah, Ali Rain does hit the wall quite hard and goes down. And I think that's why Cody Lammers and Levi McIntyre sort of reacted to that, because Ali Rain came down, nearly went into the back of Wes McCall. And then they're going to come back onto the track, right into the path of Christian. There he is in the black number 12. It was all fine, but yeah, Cody just drives right into Christian. And again, Matt McIntyre, nowhere for him to go. And then Levi, who was on the grass, spins the 18 around, and there's the 12. And yet again, Matt McLean, none of his own business, and he gets involved, and he slaps the outside wall quite hard there, I must admit. But that's big as well for the championship. The drivers that are 2nd and 4th have been involved in this accident. Here's a replay. This is from Matt McLean. And on board with Levi McIntyre. There's the contact that Ali Rain hit off there. Surprised that Poteet never reacted to it, but it was the 2 cars on the inside that did. This is actually looking back from Christian Martin. See Charlie Buxton just there, and Brandon Ross. Second time around then that the drivers are coming into the pit lane. Looks like everyone is going to come in this time. No drivers look like they are staying out as we look at the pace car coming across the start finish line. And yep, I think to me, by looks of it, looks like everyone is all coming into the pits. And you can see some as well, the battered damaged cars there at the back there. Christian Martin, Cody Lammers, and the 31 of Matt McLean. McLean's car looks too badly damaged. He may not continue. So we'll just have a look there. Yep, and Matt McLean is out. So that's one retirement from the race. And oh, Christian Martin there, just trying to get into the pits there too. Of James Qualls. Out goes Wes McCall. Who's going to come up then as the leader then? It will be Chris Summers by the looks of it. Yeah, it will be Summers. What's happened to Nathan Hudson? And Jamie Smith and Daniel Voiles. Trying to see who else is there. Oh, there's Nathan Hudson. There he is there, right behind Joshua Collard. So he's made a terrible pit stop. So Chris Summers then inherits the lead as we go back to the green flag. Okie dokie, we've skipped a few laps now. We're going to be on lap 23 out of 67. So that's what... I was going to say that's nearly like a third of the way through this race. But Chris Summers then came out as the leader, followed by Liam Ervik, the pole sitter. Alex Rowe, the outside pole sitter, in position number 3. Ospina in 4th. Gunther in 5th. 6th is Charles Sanfer. 7th is Danny Wells. Seth Coe having a nice run in 8th position. Then in 9th place is Austin LaPlante. And Kyle Matthews completing the top 10. There's Nathan Hudson. He is going to restart in 15th after coming into the pits leading. So the safety car then into the pits, as you can see. And Chris Summers is going to get the field back underway. Lap 23 out of 67. And Alex Rowe goes to the outside. So too does Seth Cole in the process. Michael Norman looks like he's not got up to speed in that Kellogg's number 5 car. Problems then for the man that's 7th in the championship here. And he just cannot get going. Colin Jones is stuck behind. Ali Rain is stuck behind. So too is the 89. And there's Jamie Smith at the back of the field there. So his pit crew has made him a terrible pit stop and all. Yes, so problems has arisen with the 5 Kellogg's car of Michael Norman as Levi McIntyre nearly kisses up against the wall. But anyway, we're going back up right at the front here. And Ospina's gone into second place as Christian Martin heads back out onto the track. Ospina's now up into second place. Ervik's running ride. He's got his teammates side by side just below him in the 11. And then gets to run off there. Look how bumpy the back stretch is here. Some of these drivers there will be probably putting some gum shields in them to protect them not biting their own tongues. And trust me, when you bite your tongue, it's not nice. Alex Rowe has fallen down the order, obviously because he went on the outside for the restart. So not a good start then for the rookie. He is sitting running second in the rookie race. Ervik is just ahead. Now he tries to go low on Austin LaPlante. As Ervik is trying to make a move on Ospina for second spot. It's just great to see so many drivers there having different lines here. It's just a thing. It's just a really nice thing to see that multiple drivers can have different lines around this track. Some of the lines can work, some of the lanes cannot. But anyway, still Summers then out in front. We're just looking at Dylan Young in the 2 car, who started in 30th. He's up to 18th, trying to still get by Jesse Turner in the Valvoline car. And there's RJ Bishop. We did see him in the top 10. He's fallen down a little bit, trying to work his way up through the field. And Brandon Ross is also there as well in that 21 car. There he is. He started in 41st position, up to 25th then for the Rudd Brothers Ford driver. And now Nathan Hudson is trying to work his way through the field after that bad pit stop that his mechanics have gave them. He's only gained 1 spot, up to 14th place. As Carson Gum is not having a great start to the season in that Scott's 99 Ford. But there he is there, up there. Challenging for the top 10 is Danny Wells. Looks to the inside of Gunther. That will be for 5th position. And Alex Rowe right behind the 9. trying to recover from that bad start he had on that restart. No, but Rowe will make it 3 wide then. So the 4 drivers then have all moved out, and this is the big battle here on the track at the moment here. Gunther, followed by Matthews and Wells, and the 37. Still 3 wide going into turn 3. And James Qualls now goes way high. Yeah, so now we've got 6 cars then into single file, 7 cars into single file. Someone may have just hit the wall, I just heard, but it's perfectly fine now. Looking at James Qualls. There he is there in the 24. Started the season well by finishing in the top 10 in the Daytona 500. He's kind of fallen down the championship order here, so this race hopefully will do him a good if he stays up here. If he continues to do so at the moment there. But so far, it's Summers from Ospina. Then in 3rd place is Charles Sanford, Liam Ervig in 4th. Then his teammate Gunther in 5th. That's your top 5. And there's Nick Gunther in 6th. Then Wells, Qualls, Alex Rowe. And then in 10th place is Carson Gum. And now we've got Jack Mitchell side by side with his teammate. And then Mitchell blocks the run from Joshua Collard. And then goes down to the inside. And there is Hudson. Still no improvement from where he restarted in. And have a look then back here through the field. There's Daniel Voiles right behind the championship leader as we're still looking at Brandon Ross. Just trying to figure out where the 5 car is there. Is there no... Yeah, there he is. He's right at the back end of the field now. So, yep, there is a definite problem with Michael Norman, which is not what he needed. There's Christian Martin and the 18 of Cody Lammers, who were involved in the second caution, as we were nearly going 4 wide there with Ali Rain and Charlie Buxton and Sky Commons. And there's Bran Tedesco. A few winners in that battle already there. Charlie Buxton coming in this race as the rookie points leader. He's currently running it in the 30th position, and he did start 34th, so no real improvement up the track for the 89 team. As look at that outside run there. You saw RJ Bishop there having such a run off of turn 2. Oh, Shelton's running a little bit wide up the track now, as we've gone into a single file formation here by the looks of it. And Trent Dunham now side by side with Shelton. There's a look at Seth Cole in driving the pink number 41 Target Dodge. Then you've got his teammate Jack Mitchell right behind him. And there's the other one. All the way back here, battling with Voiles. And we've got a caution. Caution's out for the 3rd time tonight. Oh, and it's more. There's more. Brent Wintergreen, as well as Christian Martin and Jamie Smith, who's also tied in points with Christian Martin. And his day is done. So too is Wintergreen. But the caution is out then for the 3rd time tonight. And there's more. Matt McIntyre, Colin Jones is also out. Well, this is going to be a huge take-up in the championship here. Lama's in trouble, Martin's in trouble, Jamie Smith's in trouble, Michael Norman's also in trouble. But yeah, caution's out 3rd time tonight. Here's a replay. Another view here from the Goodyear blimp, and it's to do with Dylan Pulte. He wasn't even cleared of the 00 of Sky Commons. So another driver then who's in the top 10 in the championship having problems. And there you can see the 19 just spinning around. Sam Oskin. Oh, yeah, Brent Wintergreen there just tapped him in the rear. And then here comes Colin Jones. Nowhere for him to go. Just plows into the back. And there'll be nowhere for Matt McIntyre to go or Jamie Smith. Oh, nearly airtime for the 22. And then, yeah, the 15 and the 07 again get together. And then we're going to wait until when Christian Martineau comes in. Here he comes there. Not a care in the world. And he's committed to go to the middle of the track. But then he tries to put the brakes on and then just smashes right into the 07. So yet again, another driver that's in the top 10 in the championship having another problem. We'll go on board with Carson Green, recorded his best finish this season last week, but he's not going to repeat that tonight. Yeah, you just weren't clear, Dylan. You were too late. And now on board with Wintergreen. Third in the Rookie Championship. This is not going to help. Yeah, Ozkin, he just stuck out, didn't he? And then we're going to wait for Christian Martin to come along and whacked. And on board with Matt McIntyre, who was sporting some damage from the previous accident. Colin Jones and Jamie Smith later rest with Matt. Well, we're just hitting the halfway mark there, and the leader stays out, as well as Gunther, Matthews and James Qualls. And it looks like some of the other drivers are heading in. Championship leader stays out, McCready stays out, Noah Carr stays out. So this might be a hindrance position for other drivers then to stay out. Maybe Michael Norman has to come into the pit lane to sort out the damage of, well, what's the problem with the 5 machine. But there we see Jamie Smith. I think that might be Jamie Smith's first DNF. I might be wrong on that. I need to check on my papers there for that. But there's Michael Norman. He's going to come into the pit lane to repair what's happened with the car. But yeah, all these drivers then all went to the pit lane. So Ospina was the first one to come in because he was behind Summers, and he's going to come out just ahead of Charles Sanfer. Then it is Ervig. Oh, it's close between Carson Gum and Alex Rowe, but I just think, yeah, Gum just got out ahead, and Rowe just got out ahead of Danny Wells too. So yes, this is going to do a little bit of shake-up here as we're just well, we're into now. Yep, we are now into the second half of this race. Well, you join us back here. We're coming back to the green flag. We are going to be on lap 30 out of 67, so we're going to have 30 more laps of racing to go. Chris Summers is still the leader, who stayed out during the caution. Second place is Nick Gunther. Then the 45 of Carl Matthews is the third. James Qualls in fourth. Wes McCall in fifth. Sixth is Anthony McCready. Seventh is Noah Cars. And eighth place is Levi McIntyre. Those are the drivers that stayed out during this caution. Ninth place is Diego Ospina. And 10th place is Charles Sanfer. There you can see the pole sitter behind them. Liam Ervig, who restarts in 11th position. The pace car is in. And Chris Summers will get the field back going to the green flag on lap 38. And look at Diego Ospina already reaping the benefits of having some fresh tyres and faster fuel. He is already working his way through the field, who didn't make a pit stop side by side across the start-finish line. Summers still held on to that lap. Matthews just missed out. And look at Alex Rowe in the 37. Alex Rowe, we're going to go 4 wide onto the backstretch now. I tell you what, this is like 170 miles an hour rush hour. Look at this field of cars here. And they're all trying to make their way through the cars that didn't make a pit stop. And the cars that did make a pit stop, they're going to be faster than these drivers. Ospina already up into 3rd position when he restarted in 9th spot. Oh, this is insane racing. And there's Joshua Collard in the 43. He's up there now too with the 49 and the 10 of Jesse Turner. Nathan Hudson looks like he just ran it. The car was a bit tight, but found a gap and goes right in to block the James Qualls machine. But now Ospina is now taking the race lead. Collard now into 2nd place. And the drivers have stayed out of... Oh, someone has scraped the wall. Look at Noah Cars. He's fallen way down the order. Look at this now. Now there's a big gap. There's a big stacking of cars right here. And look at the drivers there that didn't make a pit stop there. They are really hurting. Qualls is down there. Daniel Wills just passed Levi McIntyre. And Andy McCreary, who, like I said, didn't make a pit stop, as well as Noah's Cars and the championship leader are all back here. But we've got some 3-wide, 4-wide activity there. Teammates on the inside. Gunther's up against the wall. Comes off it though. No harm, no foul there. Another lap in the books then is complete, and we're looking there at Jessica Shelton, followed by Carson Gum there in the... Oh, and Danny Wells just turned into the 38, and hard up against the outside wall. And that's Daniel Voiles' day done. Danny Wells then stuck behind, and Charles Sanfer is collected in it as well. Caution's out 4th time tonight on lap 42. And Carson Gum, he's got some rear end damage too. It's completely caved in. Trying to actually get a run on Charlie Buxton actually too. But yep, the leaders have picked up the caution flag. Like I said, it's 4th time now that the caution flag is out. And there is the pace car. He is going to get back with the leader, Diego Ospina. So here's what happened to bring out the caution. Right, this is again from the Goodyear blimp. And just see what happened here to the 38. Gets a run. I don't know if the 40 of RJ Bishop had probably encountered a problem, but Carson Gum gets a run. So too does Voiles. Voiles then goes to the inside. Let's see what happens here going into turn 1. Does Danny Wells just get into him? I think he does. Yes, Danny Wells gets into the right rear, just gently taps the 99, who backs it into the wall. 32 goes into the wall. James Qualls avoids it. So too does Nick Gunther. Ooh, looks like Sky Commons and Noah Cars, they're getting pushed about. They keep it going somehow. Michael Norman just missing Carson Gum. So, yeah, more problems then evolved. And I tell you what, Daniel Voiles there took a really hard hit up against the outside wall. Here we go, then. Buckle up and sit tight here. Daniel Voiles is on board view. And he's going to get tapped from behind here. Well, maybe he didn't hit the outside wall. Sanford there. Yeah, Sanford took the cushion. And on board with the champion, Danny Wells. And he was the guy that started this accident. And he gets stuck behind the stricken Daniel Voiles, who's out of the race. Back again. And more pit stops is going to be made. However, Jesse Turner, Liam Ervig staying out. RJ Bishop stays out. Ali Rain, she decides to stay out too. And looks like all the other drivers then are heading into the pit lane. So again, Ospina, like before, comes into the pits, leading the field into it. But looks like we're going to have ourselves 4 drivers in that stays out. Turner, followed by Ervig, RJ Bishop, and Ali Rain. So we'll go back. Then there's the 38 car, definitely out of the race. So let's see what's going to happen here. Chris Summers just pulls into his pit stall. Hopefully it didn't affect Ospina there. But looks like Fitzwater's going to come out right behind him. And Alex Rowe. So Alex Rowe must have made a fuel-only pit stop. And he comes out ahead of the 97. So overall, that will put Alex Rowe provisionally in the 5th place. Let's get back to the green flag. Join us back again here at Chicagoland Speedway, where it's just been nothing but carnage in this race. 67 laps we've done, and we've done 4 cautions. When the previous 3 races, we've had a total of 0 cautions. Anyway, we're going to go back to the green flag. As you can tell by the pace car lights, they are off. Jesse Turner leads this race, and Liam Ervig in 2nd, RJ Bishop in 3rd, and 4th is Ali Rain. Those drivers stayed out. Fuel-only pit stop for Alex Rain. Alex Rowe, my apologies, I forgot what his surname is. He's in 5th, Ospina 6th, Zachary Fitzwater in 7th. First time we've seen him in the top 10. Trent Dunham in 8th, there's Nathan Hudson in 9th, and Brandon Ross from 41st on the grid. He's up into 10th position. And we're going to go back underway. The green flag is back out yet again. Lap what? 47? Yeah, lap 47 out of 67. So 21 laps to go. And RJ tries to look low underneath Ervig for 2nd spot. Might actually have the position. And Ospina's passed Alex Rowe and all. So Ospina's back into 5th place. Yeah, Alex Rowe's not made a good restart, hasn't he? Nathan Hudson, there he is in the black number 6 car. Never forget he made that awful pit stop there by the mechanics there to fill him down into 15th place. He's worked his way back up nicely now. Slowly and methodically he has done. RJ Bishop now into 2nd place. But Liam Ervik has to run on the outside, and he will retake the 2nd spot back as Trent Dunham looks to the inside and make it go 3 wide underneath the 37, and Fitzwater, who's running a little bit wide out of there, but still Jesse Turner holding on for the lead as Seth Cole and looks like Jessica Shelton there had a little bit of a wiggle going on to against the tri-oval. Fitzwater's running through deep in turn 2. Might lose that spot then. Oh, Jessica Shelton, she was almost up against the wall. And there's the black and red number 7 of Brandon Tedesco. He comes into this race 11th in the championship, I think. I can't mind exactly. Anyway, Joshua Collard making it 3 wide with LaPlante on the bottom and Brandon Ross on the outside. He tucks in behind the Cheerios Dodge. May lose that spot though for Brandon because there's Jack Mitchell in the 42. And Seth Cole's running a little bit wide, battling with the 17 now of Jessica Shelton here. As there is Kyle Matthews, who's back there now, followed by James Qualls. Ooh, that was close. And Dylan Pulte's obviously got damage there. That was from the caution. That was from the 3rd caution. And don't forget, he is 3rd in the championship. Where's the championship leader though? Oh, Westbrook's actually back there too. Chris Summers made a terrible stop. No, because Chris Summers was leading a few laps ago. There he is there, back there in 21st place. So he's not had a good pit stop. Just the pressure of these drivers then of trying to get their position out in there, well, trying to get their driver out in front there. But looks like Ervig back in the 2nd spot, trying to hunt down the 10 of Jesse Turner. And look at Collard. Look at Joshua Collard in the 43. Goes to the bottom of the tri-oval. Trying to take a spot away from the 49, who shuts the door right in Collard's face. Oh, I'll tell you what, Dylan Young is so close to the back of the Viagra car. Did a good job there. And you can see the Net Zero car, Res McCall, passing Dylan Pulte. So then, meanwhile, back up front, Ervik still is in 2nd place, but trying to hunt down the leader still, Jesse Turner. 3rd is RG Bishop. Ali Rain holding on to a strong 4th place. This will be by far her best finish of the season, and it's a much needed result for Ali. She comes into this dead last in the points, pretty much nearly 500 points behind the championship leader. So she needs to get things going right now, and it's a good start so far. She's in 4th position. Ospina in 5th. Then in 6th place is Dunham, followed by Alex Rowe, who's been up at the front all race long. Collard on the outside of LaPlante. Although LaPlante's going to go 3 wide. That will be for 6th place. Can he make it stick there going in there? Look at the run the Schwann's fought, the Dodge is going to have. And nowhere for the 37 to go. But look at the run that Collard got on Trent Dunham. And he's going to have a full head of steam going onto the backstretch they go. And now Ospina's going to challenge for 4th place on Ali Rain. Alex Rowe starting to fall down the order. Jack Mitchell's now working his way up there. So too's Kyle Matthews. Brandon Ross, we did see up in the top 10 on the restart, is falling down to 15th place. And there is Wes McCall with Nick Gunther and Chris Summers side by side with Seth Cole. And there is the 88 of Levi McIntyre. But I tell you what, a man who's actually on a mission right now is the 45 of Kyle Matthews. He is working up through the field here. He must have made a bad pit stop, like the same with the 48. Nathan Hudson's back there too in the 6th. There he is. You can just see him in shot here. But he's working his way through the field really nicely, side by side with Dylan Young. And meanwhile, Joshua Collard has gone into 5th position. He's just passed Diego Ospina and might go for 4th place on Ali Rain. Now, don't forget, Joshua Collard won this race a season ago. And that Cheerios car looks like that is actually dialed in. Look at him go. Jesse Turner's got a little bit of an advantage now out in front with Liam Ervig in second and RG still in third. But Ali Rain's fourth position is under severe threat from a really rocket car of Joshua Collard. And so too's the two of Dylan Young. So I'll tell you what, the Penske drivers of Ali Rain and Dylan Young have got their cars. I mean, it's just a shame what's happened to Christian Martin. He's out of the race, but a very good showing here. By far their best one of the season here, Penske Racing. Ali Rain, fourth, potentially fifth. And I think that's Dylan Young in ninth position, I believe it is. Yes, in ninth position. Now Collard looks to the inside of Ali Rain and takes the fourth spot away. How many laps to go this time? Oh, we're down to 10 laps to go. Jack Mitchell and James Qualls and Nick Gunther and Trent Dunham was in a four-wide situation there. But still, Jesse Turner with the lead. Look at him go in that 10 car. He stayed out. Well, the other drivers made a fuel-only pit stop. And now Collard's going for third place now on RJ Bishop as I'm looking his way back through the field here. Oh, wow. Collard just turned sharp left on RJ. RG does give him the room, but look at the 43 go. Now then, now I can see James Qualls. James Qualls on the inside there. There's the zero of Wes McCall. Chris Summers also in the middle with Noah Carr's teammate. Potti's back there, Bantadisco's back there. I think that's also Sky Commons in the gold number 0, the Auto Club race winner. As Austin LaPlante blocks the run from the 45 of Kyle Matthews. Again, another, I mean, also Petty Enterprises, they've got really fast cars too because Collard's got up into third place. He wants second spot away from the 20 of Liam Ervig, who can't catch up to Jesse Turner, who still leads this race. So both Petty Enterprises drivers then in the top 10 because the 45 is looking for more spots underneath Dylan Young and Austin LaPlante. And he makes the move yet again like he did a lap ago underneath RG Bishop. I tell you what, Collard is flying. He is running like his house is on fire. He is absolutely flying his way through the field side by side for second spot now. And Jesse Turner will like that in his rear view mirror there as Dylan Young passes his teammate on the outside. Oh, Ospin has hit the wall and spins right in front of Nick Gunther. And this is the big one, I think. I feel, ladies, yes, it's the big one across the finish line. And Seth Coles just had yet another tumble. Oh, and Carson Gum got collected big time. Oh, and he did collect again. And Seth Coles still upside down. And there's nowhere for Brandon Ross to go. Nathan Hudson's done. A huge accident's just triggered on the front stretch. And that's going to have a heap of cars across there. Jesse Turner's crossed the line on lap 63. Now he's got to be careful here to avoid some of the... Oh my God, Dylan Young and Danny Wells there nearly touch. But that was a huge one, was just happened on the backstretch. And there you can see, there's Anthony McCreary. Lots of damage on the back left rear of his car. His day is done as well. But a big accident on the front stretch as Jesse Turner finds the pace car. So let's see what happened to bring out caution number 5. Well, we're going to have a look at this here from the spectator view. It looks like Ospina's car just ran a little bit tight coming off of 4 and then kisses the outside wall. Just gets into the 0 of Wes McCall, but then gets into the 11 of Nick Gunther. Car's then trying to go to the inside. Levi McIntyre had nowhere to go. Look at Chris Summers. He just gets in it. Jack Mitchell gets through the middle. Wow. And just look at the 11 time getting some air time from Zachary Fitzwater. And it was Jessica Shelton that flips over Seth Cole. Potty is literally pushing the 41 there. Brantadisco gets through it and all. Carson Green just sort of pushes him. Oh, and there's Sky Commons. Nowhere for him to go. And then here comes the 99. He's going to go right into the back of his teammate. And then he's going to get another hefty hit from someone. And that will be the 11 of Cody Lamas. Here he comes. Wallop right on the driver's side as well. And there's nowhere for Michael Norman to go to. Oh, and then you can see the 17 just gets into his teammate and also went into Ospina. So loads of Roush Racing drivers involved. And yeah, again, Seth Cole, he can't stop finishing the season without being on his lead. We're going to have a lot of onboard replays of this, I can promise you. On board with Gunther here. Just watch the 9070. His car looks tight coming off a 4. Now, there was nowhere for Nick to go there because the 29's stranded. And the wreck's still happening. And on board with Brandon Ross to the 21 Motorcraft Award here. Oh, McCrory just went up there. There's the 41 tumbling. And then just the 11 here. Here comes the Cody. Wow. Absolute carnage then on the front stretch. And with Nathan Hudson. That was Carson Green that got into the back of Hudson. I think Jack Mitchell should thank his lucky stars after avoiding this big accident. Look at this. It's like the Red Sea just opened and parted ways for Jack to go through. And with Chris Summers for you, who was leading this race early on. And just watch to the left of your screen. Watch the 99. Watch the 99 here. Oh, wow. Well, that was a huge amount of drivers involved in that big accident that occurred. But believe it or not, the safety car lights are off and we are going to have one lap of racing to go. Jesse Turner still leads, then Joshua Collard in second place, Liam Irving in third, RJ Bishop in fourth, Dylan Young in fifth, sixth is Kyle Matthews, Ali Rain in seventh, James Qualls in eighth, ninth is Austin LaPlante, and in 10th place is Noah Cars. But a whole load of drivers went out there. I think on my sheet of paper I could count at least, I'd say about 17 drivers that were out of that race there from that big accident here. But Jesse Turner will be feeling absolutely nervous here. He's never, I don't think in my memory, in over seasons he's racing the CCS, as he went into victory lane. This is another opportunity for him. He nearly won at Homestead a season ago, only losing to the last lap by Matt McLean. He's got another shot at a taste at glory. But Joshua Collard, he's got one hell of a car right behind him. The green flag and the white flag is out for one more lap of racing. Here we go then. One more lap, 1.5 miles to determine the winner. Will Collard have the run? He's getting close to the back of the 10 of Jesse Turner. Onto the backstretch they go then, which isn't really not much of a backstretch then for the last time anyways. But still, Jesse still holding on to the lead. Breaks into 3. Collard one's a little bit wide. Into turn 3 and 4. Can Jesse hold on to get his first win in the CCS? Or can the 43 get a run onto the turn 4 on this tryover? We can't do it. Jesse Turner wins at round 8. An absolute wreckfest at Chicagoland. It was only just a quick one lap, but it was enough for Jesse Turner to taste victory. And I think, to my knowledge, it is his first ever win in the CCS. But my oh my, what a race it was. Absolute wreckfest at Chicagoland Speedway. Congratulations then, Jesse. Oh, he's out of fuel. My apologies, he's out of fuel too. Anyway, as he tours his way into the pit lane, he punches his name to get a ticket into the All-Star races. A yellow flag also waving there too. Didn't see what happened there. We'll have a look at that. But Jesse Turner then goes into the pit lane and celebrate with his team while we'll have a look at what happened with the replay. And this is a replay. It involves Ali Rain. The race is already finished and she's out of fuel. She's completely out of fuel. And then here comes the 00 Sky Commons, just goes into her. And unfortunately, though, for Ali Rain, she finished outside the top 10. She just finished in 11th place. But I think no matter what, she'll take credit for that there, because that's her best finish of the season. But that's what happened there to bring up the caution. Meanwhile, we'll look back then at the 10 car, because he was out of fuel. There he is there. There is your winner. Jesse Turner for the Valvoline Chevrolet is going to go into the winner's enclosure. Thank you so much for watching this race. And yeah, don't forget to give this race a like, a thumbs up. If you like, oh, that's like the old YouTube days, that a like. Yeah, give this race a thumbs up. If you want to get involved in this in the series, there's a Discord link in the description. But until then, we'll see you again then next week for the 100 lapper at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So until then, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.